Banana Slam Jam.
Welcome everybody, this is 7.26c. This is gonna be my quick patch analysis, assuming it's quick. But by quick, I mean super long analysis, as every hero's talents appear to be changed. So, item changes. The buff is now duplicated on illusions. Before, you could see the real PL, the real Naga, etc. by just clicking the hero, and if it had the Royal Jelly buff on it, you would know it was real. So I think this was a really important change, and it now has a global cast range. I agree with this. I think people have been pleading for this. The overall quality of life usage of Royal Jelly was pretty dog shit, as you had to like deliver it back to base. Somebody had to pick it up with a courier, swap out their own item, and then use it. Now whoever finds it can just use it on themselves or to other people. But let's be honest, everyone's going to use it on themselves. Illusionist Cape now dies if the item is unequipped. Yeah, I thought that was kind of annoying. I think the item was meant to be like a buff up to illusion heroes, all that kind of stuff. And what it was instead being used as was like a scouting tool on a lot of heroes. Like people were just using it and then putting it somewhere on the map just to scout out and then backpacking it. So obviously a nerf to the item, but I think overall it just makes the item very clearly one-dimensional in what it's supposed to do. Alchemist. So let's just talk about all the talents. Reduced,
anyone here
increased.
know what a dead lane is?
Reduced, increased. Okay, so all the talents you never take are increased. The ones you always took are reduced. Okay. 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 No more attack speed. He gets movement speed instead, but then he gets attack speed later. Interesting. So they're nerfing Axe a bit by doing this. Okay, you're never going to take the mana regen talent. You'll always take attack speed, let's be honest. Would you take 8 strength or 20 movement speed? That's tough, actually. Definitely depends on the game. Because Battle Hunger is a % movement speed based ability. Okay, we're not going to be purged. We're going to move on. Magic resistance and then longer cast range, I see. Okay. That was a pretty terrible talent. Okay, so 3-second Nightmare cooldown. Okay. Flame Break duration to 2. Flame Break cooldown to 8. I see. Base damage reduced by 4. Dude, Beastmaster I thought was already pretty weak in lane, man. That's rough. He's got, I think he's still got like 61 or 2 damage, but still. 14-second Hawk cooldown at level 15. Okay. But then your level 25 is 80 Wild Axes damage? That seems pretty bad. The boar damage is later too. I think they just overall nerfed Beastmaster. Shit. This is why I was losing with Brewmaster. They hadn't buffed him yet. So, okay. 10 agility. Instead of agility, it's attack speed. I think you still take the spawn spiderlings damage based on what I'm seeing other people do. 400 health at... Okay. Little weird of a rework. I feel like you'd still take the... spawn spiderlings, the cooldown reduction, and the spider attack damage. Broodmother got pretty nerfed by the talent changes, didn't she? Because she was a hero that was really good based on her talents, and all of her talents being 20% weaker hurts her way more than the average hero. Centaur. Okay, that's a better talent than this, but is it good? 20-second Stampede cooldown. Okay. So they are trying to personalize a lot of these talents for sure. Okay. Okay, so they literally just restored his 2 talents back to what they were previously. Searing Arrows actually got nerfed. Clinks was considered too strong, apparently. I could believe it. The hero seemed pretty powerful. Crit was winning with it for it. Okay. Dude, 12 Searing Arrows damage is so fucking bad. Are you actually going to take the 30 Burning Arming cooldown now? Maybe. Tune into Crit Dota stream in order to find out. Okay. Not a bad talent buff. Deathpack health is a lot, but I feel like you always take the attack range. I think you kind of have to, right? I'm not sure, though. Crystal Dova cooldown? Okay, whatever. Oh, they changed the Ion Shell radius to later, which is definitely a nerf. Okay. Okay, that's probably a better talent overall for Willow. But you still probably take the cast range. 50 damage. Huh. It's better than 12% spell life still, I think. Random, but okay. 3-second doom duration. And the cleave got buffed back to similar to what it used to be. Dragonite nerfed, buffed. Okay. All these are pretty minor. I'm just going to read through them unless something's very significant. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. Ember Spear got nerfed again. Buffed here, though. Huh. Maybe the stun duration is better than the damage, but I think cooldown reduction on Enigma is too good. Buffed his talent back to what it was, or I think it used to be 45. You usually take the time lock cast range, so... Wow, nerfed him again. Oh, I see. So they put the previous, like, old level 15 talent at level 20, like the number-wise. And level 15 is the cooldown. I think this is actually a buff to the hero, because at level 20... Oh, wait, no. What would you rather have? 40-second cooldown or 9 rocket barrage damage? Because you're pretty much replacing it, right? Because at level 20, you probably want the movement speed. How much is the movement speed? It's only 30. Because they've nerfed it. And 30 movement speed used to be better when Boots gave % movement speed. His previous talent was 40, and Boots made it 46. So effectively his talent's been nerfed from 46 damage to, or 46 movement speed to 30. Interesting. And agility probably made it 50. So it's like 50 movement speed instead of, or 30 instead of 50. You're probably taking the rocket barrage, and you're taking the call down over the missile stun, probably. 0.4 second homing missile stun seems pretty dog shit, if you ask me. I guess this counters like Spirit Vessel and shit later. 40% Berserker's Blood regen. If you're against a Spirit Vessel, the aura itself would make it go down by 1/5, so it'd be 28%, so you'd effectively be at 112% of what you normally are. If you have this minus the Spirit Vessel aura. Like not counting the active. Okay, meteor contact damage to 50, okay. His talents have always been skipped pretty much, so... Probably still bad, I have to imagine. Okay. 700 health, holy shit. Attack range, okay. Okay. Fixed Helm of the Dominator not affecting your hero during Omnislash. Oh, buff to Helm Dom Juggernaut. Does this mean you can't Manta Omnislash anymore?
Prepare for battle.
Fancy beating you.
Dude, sick. Okay, that's a huge quality of life buff. Can I not select these?
As you wish. Looks like it's just I fight.
Dude, sick. Okay, that's a huge wall. That's a huge quality of life buff to Jug. Huge. Pretty much every agility hero could just buy a Manta, and most of the time it would just... Manta is 0.1 seconds, so I think they made it specifically 0.15 so that you can no longer Manta remove Omnislash. Okay. You might even consider the Blade Fury movement speed. That's a lot of fucking movement speed. If you go like the Radiance build, you definitely take that. Just depends on the game, I guess. Okay, nerf, actually. Okay. Oh, 4-second overwhelming odds cooldown. Probably not better. I think you'd rather have this one. God, I hate when it does this. I think you'd rather have the previous one, so I don't think you're any more likely to take it, but we'll see. Lightning Storm damage buffed by 10. 90 is a big deal compared to 80 because like most heroes in the mid lane are sitting at like 65 damage with items. So now the discrepancy between the opponent deny damage and your damage is like almost twice as high. So that's a nice buff to the laning stage if you want to level Lightning Storm mid. You might actually be seeing Lightning Storm leveled now. 90 damage, significantly better than 80. Okay. They actually nerfed that just to make it a round number, it looks like. Okay. 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 So they realized that the Lucent Beam cooldown nerf was like pretty massive because it like effectively 50% increased your cooldown. So now it's effectively 20% increased your cooldown, which is good. Or 25%. Wait, no, it went from 2 seconds to, yeah, 25% increase. Base movement speed on Lycan, that's a big nerf. Okay. Lycan might finally be bad enough in lane, because they've nerfed his base damage twice, I think. They've nerfed his movement speed. Movement speed in lane's a big deal. Especially on a hero that doesn't even want to buy boots. So, outside of the laning stage now, his farming speed's just that much slower when he's, like, walking around the map. Outside of his ult, if I didn't say that already. Spear of Mars increased, dude. This hero already had mana issues.
Full House BSJ Lena.
No! 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 I'm gonna tear up. No! Bring me back to the last patch, please! No! Oh my god, no! Oh my god, no! Oh no! Oh my god. F's in chat, please. F's in chat for the butt spears. I need to tweet something real quick. This is an emotional moment for me. Emotional moment. To Twitter we go. Dude, I literally said we heard the new Yi. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Oh no. Well, I'm done playing Mars 100%. We're good, guys. We're good.
Call me protector. Call me.
Rip butt spears. Rip butt spears. I'd rather have 15 damage than 6 strength. I would rather have this than movement speed, probably. Like, I don't know. The hero seems pretty trash no matter what. This mana will be a serious issue. Like, the hero already had serious mana issues. They've nerfed Soul Ring. They've nerfed Vlad's. All of his items have been nerfed. They made butt spears, which were actually a pretty important mechanic for the hero, are gone. Rip butt spears. 2020, 2020. Okay. 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 They just restored it to what it was. Okay, restored. Almost restored. Almost restored, if not restored. Okay, so they just... Some of the heroes, they've decided their talents weren't good enough, and they've restoring them. I like this. Like, it's fine. Wrath of Nature base damage. You might actually take that, especially on support. Because the ability snowballs, so by having the percent damage increase every hit, if the base damage is 15 higher, yeah, that could rack up pretty quick. We could do some maths on that, but the idea is it would be way more than 15. Like, the last hit would probably do, like, 40 or 50 more, if I had to guess. Strength gain reduced. Intelligence gain reduced. Okay. Necrophos, get fucked. Dark Ascension cooldown better. Okay. Okay. Okay, that was a shitty talent anyway. Got rid of it. What do you take now? I don't know. The hero seems pretty bad. Oh, they made Purification cooldown. You might actually take that. We'll see. I think the hero's probably still pretty bad though. They didn't nerf Batrider at all, right? Yeah, they just changed his 2 talents slightly, which... Okay, Batrider seems like the best offlaner right now. Mars and Beastmaster are out of the picture 100%. There's no way. Essence Fuck Slow increased. Okay. Drastically at level 1. That's pretty big. Sanity's Eclipse base damage increased by 25 and 50 at level 2 and 3. Nerfed one talent, buffed the other. Instead of 0.08, it's point. Yeah. Definitely really weird looking fucking number there. Swashbuckle cast range reduced to 900. The slash range increased. Okay, so that means your hero travels less distance, but you shoot farther. Let me see this with the level 10 talent, actually. You probably shoot pretty fucking far, huh?
Where the finest warriors alive have gathered for battle. Of course you can expect to fight.
Prepare for battle.
Holy shit, you shoot so far. But you can't go as far. Yeah, Lukey's gonna have a tough time adjusting to that 100 for sure. So you can't travel as far, but man, do you shoot far. Holy shit. Holy shit, look how far you shoot. What the fuck? Look at that. Interesting. Pangolier definitely got nerfed overall by this, but you shoot pretty fucking far. Okay, you probably take the Swashbuckle Slash Range talent now. I never realized that that wasn't extending your Q range. I thought it extended how far you traveled originally. But based on this description, I now understand that this only increased how far you shot. You probably take it now, though, because this mana regen's been nerfed to 2, and the slash range is so far. 1350 instead of 900 what it previously would have been. Cleave talent buffed, Pog. You might actually take that Cleave talent now. You might just skip Battle Fury and go Cleave talent at level 20, at level 15. I might want to try some PA. Blur evasion to 30%. That's pretty drastic. You might actually take that in certain games. Because you go from 50% to 80%. And it's not additive. It is additive in this case. Because it's within the skill. So you actually dodge 60% more skill, more attacks by taking this talent. In certain games, if they have like summons and shit, you may take this. Because you would literally never get hit. It's interesting. 3 armor is a Blightstone. I don't know. That's pretty bad. I may try some PA. The 25% cleave seems nice. Okay, so they buffed that one talent. I see. Base intelligence reduced. Fire spirits reduced. So some of the talents, like, to make them more round numbers, they've fixed them a lot. And a lot of the heroes that had too good of talents, they nerfed them down. Like, they rounded down. And the ones that had good talent or bad talents, they buffed them up. Okay. 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 Yikes. Okay. This used to be 35 damage on Ricky. Now it's 20. That's racking up pretty quick. You probably take the smokescreen cooldown at this point. Smokescreen cooldown was never a bad talent. It used to be 5 seconds, I think. No notification. Skipped coup de grace. Oh, I did see that it was 100% damage. I honestly thought this might have been like a patch ago. I actually thought this might have been a patch ago because I saw it on here, but I didn't notice it was a change. So let's just do the math, right? So you crit 15% of the time. So if you increase a crit by 100% and you crit 15% of the time, you're doing 15% more damage. Based on your base damage. On average hit, you're doing 15% more damage. So would you rather have 15% more damage or three daggers? I think it's really obvious now that you will always take the 3 daggers. I actually thought the 10% coup de grace chance, like the previous one, was pretty good because you were increasing the chance of critting by 66%, and the crit gave you, so it was 450 times 1.5, so it was 67% damage. So you're increasing 67% damage by 66%. That's like 40% damage. So the previous level 25 talent, just so all the math idiots out there, was giving you about 40% damage. The 10% coup de grace was giving you about 40% damage. This one gives you 15% damage. The other talent remains untouched. So in case you were ever deliberating between taking one of the other talent, you never take the right one. You literally will never take the right one. Okay. Level 15 talent increase. Okay. Attack slow. Probably pretty bad. Maybe. It's hard to take talents that just benefit you so rarely, right? Like, this is nice if you're hitting somebody with epicenter, but you know, this one gives you 175 health all the time. You get the added benefit of being able to explode more people without them being able to react. The thing is, it's strictly worse now. There's no way you can validate 15% extra damage on average. Because on PA, what? If you get 100% extra damage, you're going to crit for 550% instead of 450. How often is that going to make the difference compared to 3 daggers? Like, compared to 3 fucking daggers, you know? Like, it's just not comparative. I don't think it's comparable myself. 25 epicenter damage per pulse. I see. Yeah, 3 extra pulses was kind of dumb. So now you have a bunch of epicenter talents. And they're not all on the same side. Is anybody else triggered? Type 1 in chat if you're triggered, because I'm triggered. The fact that this epicenter attack slow is on the right and all the other epicenter talents are on the left, that makes no sense to me. Quality of life buff, shout out to Valve. Please, swap the 210 talents, thank you. To 12 intelligence, I see. Nobody took that talent anyway, right? Yeah. Base armor increased by 1. Literally unkillable. Drow, shoot him! Shoot the Shadow Shaman! I can! He's taking literally no damage! Or, I am, but he's taking literally no damage. Fuck. 10 challenge. 100 shackles total damage. Is that good? No. No. Okay, so they just basically nerfed Shadow Shaman. 11% Arcane Curse slow to 20 Arcane Curse damage. Yikes, you're never taking that one for sure. Dude, you're just never taking that. Like, if you're going to give 2 permanent intelligence steal, that other talent has to be fucking sick. And, like, really good. And it's just not. It's kind of like the cooldown on Enigma. It's like, if something's really good for the hero, you just have to do it. Level 10 talent changed to intelligence, I see. Level 10 talent increased to 6. Pog. Strength to 9. 6-9. Pog. 6-9. Dude, anybody else would have been super triggered. I would have been if this 9 strength was on the left. I'm good. I'm content. Okay? Dude, Slark used to have 4 minutes of Essence Shift with this 25 talent. Now it's 165 seconds. Which is less than 3 minutes. That's crazy. Shrapnel slow reduced at lower levels. Assassinate stun duration on Scepter. Nice. Cooldown reduction nerfed. So, Sniper 4 position, I hope you are done, sir. Some of the most annoying shit I ever played against. Okay. Okay. That Spearbreaker in my game would have won me the game if he was farming creeps at 5 more movement speed, so that's good. Stormbolt cooldown. Nice. 15% lifesteal sounds nice. 25% or 25 movement speed at level 20 sounds dog shit, so you're probably never taking that. Sven, I feel like got nerfed kind of. I think the movement speed at 15 was okay. Like, the 25 movement speed was fine. And now you just don't get movement speed. I don't know. He's much slower now. He got nerfed by the... Actually, he got buffed by the boots rework. Interesting. I'm not sure. Okay, 15 movement speed. Okay. Okay. This used to be 25 attack speed, so now it's been nerfed to 15. Huh. They're doing a decent job of, like, really creeping the 2 talents together. I don't know if they always do it perfectly, but... Dude, 8-second conjure image duration? That's way better. That is way better than 8-second reflection cooldown, because they've nerfed the fuck out of reflection cooldown. So now you can have 3 images for like 10 seconds instead of 2. That's pretty pog. Which, 10 seconds out of a 16-second cooldown, right? It's 16 seconds, 34-second duration? Am I correct on this? Yeah. So you can have 3 illusions approximately 60% of the time as opposed to barely at all. So that's really good. If you include travel time across the map, a lot of times about like 15 seconds is spent hitting the creeps while the other 20 is spent traveling there. So you've effectively increased the time it's hitting creeps by like 50%. So that's actually really good. Sunder cooldown, okay, so they made it, like they fixed it. The fact that it went from 5 to 12 seconds, now it went from 5 to 8, so it's more of a reasonable nerf on his talent. Okay, 60 damage. Is that ever takeable? No. So at level 30, he now gets 20 extra damage. Leech Seed damage heal to 40. Increase from 80 DPS overgrowth. Why couldn't Tree just be better balanced and give him Nature's Guise and Visibility at like 20? Like, why can't it just be like a super broke late game talent and just make the hero decently balanced early? Like, that Nature's Guise and Visibility talent will never be replaceable. There's no way you could ever put another talent on the right side unless it's ludicrously high numbers that would ever be taken over it. That, to me, is poor design. They should just move the talent to, like, level 20 and then make the hero better. Okay. Strength gain, movement speed. Okay. Jeez, Ursa's just getting hit with the fucking nerf bat. No more mana regen at level 10. Dude, that mana regen talent was pretty crucial to the hero's kit. It used to be, and now you're never taking it ever. 20 seconds Fury swipes is not bad. Yeah. This hero got nerfed pretty hard by the talent changes. I think his talents are pretty damn good. Nether Toxin maximum DPS is increased. Okay. Movement speed reduced. Yoicks. Dude, I know I wasn't mechanically great at this hero, but I felt like if they had any heroes that were like pretty tanky or like decent armor or like maneuverability, this hero felt really hard to play. Like, it felt really hard to play into like Rickies and strength offlaners and shit. It just doesn't kill them. Like, it doesn't do enough damage. The change of making Int not give you Spell Amp, I think, hurt this hero a shit ton. I think this hero blows, but I'll see. Like, I know I'm a bit biased because, like, I don't play him perfectly, but, like, it felt really hard. Like, even if I don't play a hero perfectly, if the hero's really strong in the meta, it usually feels really strong. You can be like, oh, I can see why this hero feels really strong, even if you don't play it well. It felt like an uphill battle every game, even if I had a really good start, it felt really hard. Level 10 talent. Okay, that's why I would have won that last game for sure if I got this. Well, I did win, but, you know. Okay. 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 Oh, they just made it +6 instead. Wait. Is that broken now?
It's reached. By any measure.
Prepare for battle.
Wait, does it just do... It just does 6 if I have 0. Dude, that's actually pretty broken. What the fuck? I was just like, I'm gonna get 1 and see if it does 7. But it just does 6. So I can just have no last hits. Dude, this is a buff to 1k heralds everywhere.
The enemy's
Holy shit.
has fallen.
You were thinking 1 charge equals 7 skeletons, 0 charges equals 6 skeletons. That's a way better talent, honestly. Maybe worth considering. Level 10 talent reduced from 2.5 to 2. Okay. So my overall summary of this patch is I think most heroes got a slight tweak. If their talents were too weak, they got a slight nerf. Slight nerf on the heroes' talents that were too strong. I think the heroes that got hit hardest by the patch were Beastmaster and Mars. I legitimately think the butt spears were really important. The mana cost on spear is a huge nerf. And I think Beastmaster's landing stage was already fragile enough, and then they made it so he has 4 less base damage, and his talents, the rearrangement of them felt weaker overall. I think overall, Terrorblade is one of the biggest beneficiaries of this patch. I think that level 20 talent's really good. A hero that usually goes to level 20. Support Sniper is a pretty big victim of this patch. I think for the most part, most other heroes weren't affected all that much. Like, everything that affected them just makes them slightly worse. Whether or not that's, you know, enough to make them unplayable or make them not good anymore, you know, like the Pango nerf by 100 cast range, the Lycan-based movement speed, I think he got hit pretty hard by this. I think the Leshrac change might make him even better. If I'm stuck playing mid, I'll probably try to play some Leshrac with Lightning Storm first. 90 is significantly better than 80. It's just going to take some figuring out to see like where these talents come into play. Because a lot of heroes that were previously good based on their talents, I don't think are that great anymore. I think Broodmother got hit pretty hard by all this based on the fact that she was a hero that really just had some outlandishly high level or high numbered talents. I think in terms of offlaners, I think Batrider is going to be premier. I think we might still be seeing Pangolier. In terms of carries, I think Terrorblade might make a comeback. I really like Faceless Void. I actually think Slark's pretty good right now. Ricky's definitely strong. PL still feels fine. Clinks also seems like a pretty strong carry. I'm just giving my brief guesses of what I think will happen. But yeah, that's my somewhat quick analysis of 7.26c. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna queue up and lose again. Oh yes, the Juggernaut buff. I talked about that during my patch, but I didn't do it in the summary, so you're right though. The Juggernaut Omni Slash buff of quality of life buff was huge.